Oh boy, here we go. So for those who don't know Eba, he is the youngest Grandmaster in StarCraft 2 history. He was able to reach Grandmaster at the young age of, was it 11 or 13 or 12? It was one of those three.
13.
There we go. At the age of 13.
Or it might have been right before his 13th birthday.
Maybe even right before his 13th birthday. He has been streaming a lot recently, and he has been off racing a lot, and we will see how that practice, that streaming, will pay off.
Eba. Where is he? Need him in here so we can Funari him.
True.
Anyway, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Sticking with his guns here. It is the French Zerg playing for Berserker Esports. This is SoulSpirit.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Dragon Scale. Dragon Scales, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player representing Platinum Heroes. It is apparently Protoss, no longer Zerg. Eba.
These kids are so chatty. Eba, your gateway is late because you were typing. Eba, come on.
Yeah, SoulSpirit, like Eba, another one of these young kind of faces in the scene here. But I'll be honest, I don't really know where Eba's Protoss lands. Like, I don't know how good it is compared to some of these other, 6K European players.
Yeah, I don't know. Last time I caught his stream, he was he was losing every game, and he said, if I lose another game, I'll end it all. And then he lost, and then he's like, one more game. If I lose this one, I'll end it all.
Oh my god. Aye. And yeah, we'll see how this all comes to fruition. SoulSpirit, of course, is an up-and-coming Zerg player. I haven't seen him compete in a while, I'll be honest. But he was a part of DreamHack Europe, of the group stage. I believe it was during DreamHack Valencia last year, or maybe even the year before that. So SoulSpirit, he has proven himself to be one of the best players in Europe, part of that top 32.
Eba always does this face. Funny. At the third of SoulSpirit.
Yeah. The what face? What's the emote in Twitch?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Oh my god, you love to see it. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what Eba does here, as he's actually going to be going for a Twilight Council opener.
I can't believe he's playing Protoss. This is so much copium.
Yeah,
he's coping hard.
I mean, I don't know. We're gonna find out, mate. As if I was a Zerg player switching to Protoss, I would play with Glaive Adepts.
Yeah, it's gonna be Glaives. He's pulled off, or maybe even Charge. He's pulled off gas quite early here.
Yeah, he pulled 2 off gas, so this should, 1 off gas each in his main. This should be for Glaive Adepts, but how many gateways are we gonna be working with? That is gonna be the question. I
know a 3-gate build that goes like this. So I'm gonna say he's going 3-gate.
Okay. I'm gonna say 4. Just to be different.
Yeah, it could be 4.
Here we go.
There you go. Glaive's gonna be started up.
Go on.
It's all puppy. Just Glaives. I see the same thing as you. We are one. Oh, you were right.
Papi, mate, I'm telling you, if you're a Zerg player switching to Protoss, you're aping it up, mate. All right, you're committed.
Yeah, makes sense.
You gotta play a macro game. So it is gonna be 4-gate Glaive Adepts. With this is designed to be hitting quite hard. To be honest, this Overlord is gonna be able to see a lot of this, though. Oh my god, there wasn't a wall.
Oh, on the Lings get in.
Oh my god.
The Lings get in. They are going to be going straight onto these Adepts. 2 Adepts go down. That is a really significant blow here, and we're going to be losing a couple probes as well. So this is huge for SoulSpirit and disastrous here for Eba. Just not blocking up that wall properly, and that was really punishing for him.
Yeah, and as a result, SoulSpirit, he doesn't just deal economic damage, he doesn't just slow down Eba, he also scouts every single gateway. He sees the 4 gates, he knows how committed it is, and now he's going to be preparing back at home. The Roach Warren is already about to finish.
Yeah, he's just going to pump units here on 39 drones, and For Eba, I don't really know what you do here. I mean, losing those 2 adepts as well actually really hurts his timing.
It really does. Every adept counts here, and he's going to be rushing across the map with everything he has. He's pretty all in at this point with what he has to do, and he's going to be relying on his ability to outposition, outcontrol, and outmaneuver SoulSpirit, and I don't even know if that's possible.
Yeah, great job by SoulSpirit just sending out those extra little Ling scouts. Is even going to dip that Overlord into the main, just making sure it's not going to be any, 6-gate commitment to follow up everything. And yeah, these roaches going to decimate the adepts here at the natural. Even warp going into spore crawlers with all these injured drones. SoulSpirit really trying to pop off here.
Yeah, he's styling right now as he shuts down every single adept, and that means we won't have any momentum here. 5 more adepts are warped in to go in towards the natural, but this amount of adepts is nothing to be afraid of, and Eba is transitioning. He's throwing down a robotic spade.
Yeah, exactly. So pretty much the only thing he can do from here with all those roaches to survive is get some disruptors out, but I really just do think he's too far behind now. We do have 9 adepts. They are going to be continuing to put on a little bit of pressure, and I mean, behind this we are seeing some droning coming out from SoulSpirit as well as going into a lair, so he definitely feels comfortable that he has held this so far.
Yeah, he's droning, he's taking on up as well. His army is going to be rotating and keeping up with these adepts. But again, all Eba needs is one or like a group of these adepts to get into a mineral line to be able to recover from this position. But all the adepts in the middle of the map get caught out. A couple of them are going to get focused down. Meanwhile, at the same time, the Queens have kept up with the Prism.
Yeah, the Queen's going to be zoning out the Prism while they put a bit of damage on these adepts, and really, Eba has not been able to get much done here. We do see all of those 4 adepts going down as well, so maybe just being a little bit wasteful, but I do understand he does need to get some damage done.
He needs to, and just now he's getting a 3rd Nexus. He's going to try and macro from this position, but his opener has fallen on its face. Disruptors are a way to come back. We have War Prism speed as well, so he's going to be going for some pretty active disruptor drops. But before that happens, we'll see a Link Blood, and we'll see if he can even hold on to his 3rd.
Yeah, it looks like SoulSpirit going to be trading out these links to get the cancel on 3rd. He will get the cancel. Going to be pretty costly there as he gets picked away out by the Glaber devs. But, he actually is going to go for the fight. He gets a full surround, and that means that the Biles are going to be landing as well. A very efficient fight here for SoulSpirit.
Really is. An over goes off. Nice splits. 2 Ravagers are going to get focused down. A 3rd Ravager as well to the 2nd Disruptor. But despite the Purification Overs, it looks like SoulSpirit has a little bit too much. He'll be breaking this location, and he's going to be looking to force another cancel.
Yeah, that he is. He takes down the pylon as well, so there's going to be less opportunity there for SimCity. We do have a few Stalkers coming out, and the cooldown is up on the Disruptors, so that is going to help him clean this up. But I mean, what's left after this? It's just the 2 Disruptors and a couple Stalkers.
Oh, exactly. Meanwhile, SoulSpirit is backing off. He's regrouping here in the middle of the map with his army, just reconsolidating his forces, as once again he's going to be looking to dip on in. He has momentum. No pylon or shield battery ready at this 3rd.
Yeah, and these Lings going to wrap around. Oh, they're going to go for a run by straight into the natural, and big disruptor shot, of course. There's no roach speed, so pretty hard to dodge these out with the roaches, but this massive run by in the natural already getting a good amount of damage. Going to run through to the main as well while all these roaches are being cleaned up.
Yeah, the roach push from SoulSpirit left much to be desired, and he didn't trade well at all. Like, we saw some pretty juicy Purification Overs, but this Ling run by makes up for that fact as 12 probes go down.
Yeah, 12 probes go down. A lot of mining time is denied. Looks like Eba hasn't put the probes at the natural back onto mine just yet, so the income completely slowing to a halt for a moment, though.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, we do see another Ling run by here at the 3rd base. 22 probes now going down, and he wants that disruptor. GG gets called. Eba taps out of game 1.
GG. Eba, pack it up. Play Zerg.
Be who you went to be, Papi. You were the chosen one. That's a good question, though. Can he switch races in the middle of this series? You can do it in DreamHack. I imagine you can do it here in the EU Ascension League, but will he want to? Or is he full of copium? Does he believe in himself?
Is it possible he just did it anyway?
Oh boy. Well, I can confirm as we're getting ready for game number 2, Eba, he's committed. He's committed, mate. We're going all in.
Eba.
Eba.
Eba. Why?
You're supposed to live a full life. Oh, what happened?
Eba.
You were destined for greatness, for great many things. It was written. And yeah, we're getting into game 2. Eba, he's sticking with the Protoss.
It's alright. He had a pretty bad start to that game,
True.
so
True.
this one will be better, Copium. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map, playing for Berserker, it is the French Zerg in the red, SoulSpirit.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss. Yeah, Protoss. The ex-Zerg representing Platinum Heroes. It is Eba.
Eba.
Oh.
His gateway's late again. Eba.
It's fine, Bobby. He won't be punished for it. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Is this what you felt like when casting Chappie? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You got lucky, mate. You got lucky.
Yes, this is how I felt when I was casting Chappie.
I now understand.
Eba.
I understand, Bobby. Can we send this vote to Chappie? Can we?
This doesn't need to see the light of day.
Oh boy, here we go. Again, just a little bit of banter between these two good friends here. Eba going for the gate expand. And I have to wonder if now... I have to wonder... I'll be honest, I don't watch his stream when he plays Protoss. I turned it off.
You turn your back on him.
I do. I let it be known that I don't support this decision. So I don't really know the kind of breadth of builds he has. You know, can he go for the hero style? Can he go into Charge at Archon? Can he go Stargate? Like, typically when a player off races, yeah, they don't necessarily have the widest array of builds available to them.
Oh, the late gate doesn't actually matter.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it would matter if it was a pool first, and if we weren't waiting for the Adept, if we needed a Zealot ASAP, I think then it would.
Yeah,
matter.
if it was a 12 pool, it's probably just dead.
Yeah.
But in this case, it doesn't matter.
It's true.
I don't think he's waiting for it.
It's true.
Yeah. As we do see, he's going to be pulling one off each gas once again, going for the Twilight Council. So does have a pretty similar setup to last time. I wonder if he has variations of this, or if he's just going to go for 4-gate glaives again.
I mean, this is where we have to gamble. 3 or 4? How many gates? What are you going to go for this time?
4.
4? All right. I'll go 3 this time. As glaives does begin, we already have a second gateway being set up.
No, Eba!
No! Oh. Eba.
Stop this madness.
Bobby. We get a free scout of the main. We know about the lack of gases being taken, or that probes are pulled off of gas. We know about this, the Twilight Council researching. SoulSpirit can piece together once again that it is going to be glaive adepts. And it is 4-gate again.
Eba.
And every single gateway has
Go back to bed, Eba.
Every single gateway. Oh my god!
Oh god. Yeah, so once again, SoulSpirit, he scouts everything. He's going to be able to get that Roach Warren down nice and early. He's going to be able to stop at the appropriate drone count as well. Even going to squeeze out a few extra compared to last game. That's how confident he's feeling right now.
Yeah, exactly. As the Lynx zip in once again. Oh my god, they're going to be able to focus down one probe. Can they get a second probe? Can they get a third? 2 probes go down, and he goes in to confirm doesn't get into the main base, but does at least reconfirm the gateways here at the natural at least.
Yeah, that he does. He sees the Adepts as well. Eba this time going to be mixing things up, throws down a Dark Shrine. I think this is a great decision here. He does need to change something up here just because he has been scouted. So I do think this is a really good choice by him.
Definitely, definitely. So we're just spicing up this build even more and being that much more committed with it. The Adepts are already going across the map. The Lings are looking to find them as, oh, actually they avoid the Adepts, maybe even looking to go across the map and force a defensive warp in. Oh no, it's turning back around.
Yeah, actually, honestly, this could work out for Eba. We can see there's no spores whatsoever, and the lair is still going to be quite a ways off.
Lair is a ways off. Two Adepts get caught out in the middle of the map. We commit to the shade, and oh, late reaction from SoulSpirit. He's going to be losing some drones.
Yeah, Eba finds a nice angle here. Unfortunately, doesn't get himself away from the roaches properly, so he's going to be losing quite a lot of these Adepts.
Oh, yeah, a couple of Adepts do go down. Meanwhile, SoulSpirit, I don't believe he has scattered. No, he hasn't seen the Dark Shrine yet. We do have one spore on the way in between the bases at least. But the Adepts are threatening that shade. Oh, they want at least the Queen. Up, up.
Yeah, they are just going to be poking back and forth, but here we go. We do have another warp in of Adepts. Kind of just waiting for that moment where he's going to pull the trigger on the DTs. I think every moment that goes by is one where a lair can get started up, but nice job there splitting up the army as well. So he is just putting the pressure on SoulSpirit, but SoulSpirit has been up to the task so far.
Yeah, I mean, that Adept's shade just confirmed 0 spores at the third base, and there is a spore at the natural, so he knows where the DTs need to be going. There we go, they're headed towards the third. Meanwhile, the Adepts do commit to the shade into the main.
Yeah, here we go. The Adept's going to be jumping right on top of that spore at the third, and this third is in huge trouble. I think SoulSpirit's going to have to at least give it up for the moment.
Oh my god, so much damage is being done. The Adepts are getting out of control in the main base as well. Eba, he is doing it, by the way. This time, SoulSpirit, unfortunately, wasn't able to keep up with the Adepts or the DTs, and 17 drones go down.
Yeah, SoulSpirit moves the spore over, but Eba going to be landing that recall here, and Eba looking in pretty good shape here as he throws down a third, going to be getting a shield battery behind that as well, and things have really gone a lot better for him this game than they did in the last. And with that, he does recognize that was the same spore that got moved, so he's going to be able to run into the natural and get even more damage.
Oh my god, this is game-ending damage right now. The drones go down. The DT is going to be denied entry into the main base as the spore finishes, but the problem is that because there's no lair, we can't counterattack because defensive DTs will just kill everything.
Yeah, looks like he's just going to go for it anyway. And behind this, we do see the Adepts of Eba are still poised to run on in. We do have a lot of roaches here for SoulSpirit, and having a look at Eba's setup, what does he have to defend this? Looks like no robo units, so that could be a little bit scary.
Would be scary. Lings and roaches have just been confirmed here by by Eba. What are we going to warp in defensively? Again, honestly, all we need is a couple of DTs, especially to focus down these roaches. Before that happens, though, the third is finishing up. We do have an overcharge available. Oh, the Lings!
Eba plugs up that wall just in time, but this time he does not, and Ling's going to be running into every base. Eba was doing so well, and now it feels like things are starting to fall apart. The Lings are going to be chasing down those probes in the main, and 10 already going down.
Yeah, 10 probes do end up falling on the front lines. Roaches try to push them forward, but the DT stands strong. It does force every single roach to turn around.
Yeah, that they do. So the Roach is going to be getting on out of there. SoulSpirit does manage to save quite a lot of those. That's definitely going to help him out. The lair finishing up now as well. He is just continuing to pump units, and he is starting to fall behind a little bit in the work count. 45 does feel pretty low for this stage of the game.
Yeah, I mean, he just lost so many drones earlier. Like, he's still struggling to recover. The Ling run by helped, but he needs to do more than that. We do see another Ling run by being set up here. This time the wall is a wall, though. Eba's ready for it as he's going for his own counterattack.
Yeah, Eba with a bit more wall discipline this time will be plugging that wall up, and he will be nice and safe from these Lings.
Oh, exactly. Meanwhile, the main push is moving on forward here. The DTs, the Immortals, doing so much to these roaches. Lings are going for a counterattack instead, but I don't know if SoulSpirit can hold.
Yeah, no mercy here from Eba. He is running on through. There is nothing here to deal with this Immortal as it does tuck itself behind the Archons here, and I don't think SoulSpirit's going to be able to get enough to deal with this. He's set up between the bases and Eba. Okay, game 2 for Eba.
GG. Eba showing us that, you know what? He isn't just a one-trick pony. He doesn't just have to go for that 4-gate Glaive Adept. He can mix things up, and he catches SoulSpirit with his pants down.
He's a 1.5 trick pony.
Are we just gonna keep seeing Glaive Adepts? Let's find out.
I think so, yeah.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, we'll see here. I mean, Eba fighting back, showing that, hey, his Protoss is good enough to fight toe-to-toe with SoulSpirit, at least when his tech is hidden, when we're going for this, like, 2-base committed pressure. And, game 3, it's gonna be on altitude.
Yeah, there we go. We are going to be getting game 3 here. So despite some of the slip-ups in the early game with Lings running in through the natural, the wall not being a wall, Eba is choosing some good strategies here. And here we go. Game 3 going to be on altitude. I do think that 4-gate Glaives on altitude would be pretty crazy, but we'll see what he goes for.
We'll see what he does decide to go for as we are loading into game number 3.
That's right, and here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the map for Berserker Esports. It is the French Zerg in the red, SoulSpirit.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of altitude, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player representing Platinum Heroes, the newly acquired Protoss. It is Eba. And speaking of Protoss, massive shout out to Night Phoenix in the chat for the raid. Thank you so much. A fellow European Protoss here to cheer for his brother? Question mark? Aye.
Yo, thank you for the raid, Night Phoenix. Lovely to see you here. Hopefully, won't critique the Protoss play too harshly, but it has been going pretty well from Eba, at least in that last game. Yeah. And we'll have to see how he's going to mix it up in this one.
We'll have to see here. We'll have to see. Again, hope you enjoyed your stream. Hope you enjoyed your ladder session. Great to see the support, Night Phoenix. We appreciate it. As Eba is going to be once again going for that gate expand. Standard openers here. I think what's interesting is that SoulSpirit hasn't, at all this series, and I wouldn't expect it on altitude to be fair, but he hasn't gone for kind of like any early game aggression. He hasn't like tested the early game defense of Eba at all.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't mind, as you're saying, maybe him going for something a little bit aggressive. And if he does go for something aggressive, that is by default going to help him be safe from some of the things that Eba can do.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like early pool timings, early gas timings as well, especially because typically when off racing, you aren't as experienced with defending against certain things like 12 pools, like even 13-12s or early Roach Warrens as well. For the time being, though, pretty standard from all sides here on altitude. Oh, how are we gonna get a long one, Papi?
Yeah, the altitude making all the blood rush away from my head.
Oh god, not like this, not like this. As yeah, I'm also really curious to see if Eba is going to embrace something a little bit different. I do think that altitude isn't a bad choice to go for something like a Stargate opener.
He only has 1 gas.
Oh.
I've never seen this before.
Oh my god. Mate.
Okay.
Slow lot? Are we going for a slow lot all in?
Oh yeah, actually I think that's exactly what it is.
Oh my god. I don't think we're going to see a single macro game from Eba. It's not happening. It is straight up not happening.
I wouldn't either. Playing against Zerg, like, you can't let them get what they want.
True, Papi, true. As the Robo is thrown down, we only have a single gas to work with. The Overlord is trying to get into the main base, but Eba is looking to deny the scout.
A Stalker's sprinting. Took a stim pack.
Jeez, so
is that
quick.
allowed?
Oh my god.
It is quick. Is that normal?
Yeah, Stalker's a cracked, mate.
He's on that. He's had that Call of Duty Red Bull.
Oh my god.
Monster Energy. Zuma stuff.
What?
Eba.
Oh my god. And for those wondering what we are talking about, you have enough gas for the Robo, for the Immortal. You pull out of gas, and it is just mass gates, zealots, slow lots, and this can actually do surprisingly well. We've seen many Zerg players die to this. It is brutal.
You on that X Games, bro?
It's a 7-gate all in, and SoulSpirit, he only has a piece of the puzzle. He hasn't really been able to confirm anything. I think he just saw the lack of gas at the natural, but even that isn't fully a tell either. We have a Roach Warren on the way. We have a Spore. 2 Spores, actually. Sorry, 1 Spore on the way as well. He's trying to piece together what exactly is going on.
Oh, he's making spines. Okay, he sees something with the Ling. I don't know how he pieced this all together.
Yeah,
3 spines go down.
Oh my god, yeah, he saw the prism moving out, and he has seen the army as well. The zealots have been revealed, and now SoulSpirit knows exactly what's happening. He's trying to prepare back at home.
Yeah, everything has been revealed here. So Eba going to be sending everything across the map, but SoulSpirit here is very well prepared. Looks like he's kind of got an idea of what Eba is doing. The prism doesn't go down, and that means the queens are in trouble.
Oh, the queens are in trouble. Somehow they all managed to survive, though. The spine crawlers are done. They're going to be moving on forward as well, but the slow lots have arrived.
Yeah, that they have. One of these spines going to be going down right away. I do like the Sim City that SoulSpirit has set up here. He is going to be trapping these against that spine, but the spine just goes down in the instant, and he is continuing to mine as well. I like that he's not pulling those probes away too early, but this is starting to look a little bit scary for Eba. If he can get another warp in of Zealot, so this can start to be an overwhelming attack. The prism goes down.
Oh, the prism goes down.
Oh, the Immortal goes down.
Mate, the Immortal goes down. That is it. That's going to be the end of this push. Slow lots can be kited to hell, mate. These roaches, they should be able to clean all this up, and without this, what else is left?
Yeah, the Immortal and the Prism are everything with this push, and there we go. With that going down, SoulSpirit wins this one out, and I do think for Eva, unfortunately, just a little bit too predictable in this series, and SoulSpirit, despite not being able to see too much, is able to just guess that he's probably going to be all-inning and just stops on 41 drones, though.
GG. Very nice reactions out of SoulSpirit. He's able to bring it back here, takes the lead in this series, and he isn't bamboozled by that slow load all in. GG. Also, unfortunate that Eba went for such a forward siege with his prism. The initial prism siege, his prism barely survived with any HP, and that allowed SoulSpirit to be as aggressive with his queens as he was.
I've just got in my head, "You are not the father" for some reason. I can't remember what you said that made me think that, but there you go.
What did I say?
I have no idea. I can't tell you. I just have this phrase floating around in my head, and it's not letting other thoughts in.
You are not the father.
You are not the father. We did a DNA test like, you are not the father.
That's why he's not a Zerg
he's
anymore.
He's a Protoss.
Yeah, he's a Protoss.
Yeah, we did the DNA test. He's not a Zerg. You are not the father.
Who is the father?
Oh, let's not talk about that. As spawning here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, the man that is playing Zerg, this is a Berserker Esports SoulSpirit.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Babylon, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player representing Platinum Heroes. It is Eva.
What if Poppy is the Poppy?
Oh, Poppy's the Poppy? Yo, that would actually make sense.
They were on the same team for a while.
And he's also from
a Polish
Poland.
Protoss. Yeah.
Oh my god. It all makes sense. I don't want it to make sense, but it does.
Yeah, this is some bad lore that we've got going.
Oh my god. All right. Well, here we go. We're getting into game number 4, and what kind of all-in are we going to be seeing from Eba this time? That's the question. You didn't cannon rush. I'm disappointed.
If I was Eba, and I am a bit of an all-in ape when it comes to playing StarCraft, I would go for a Stargate, I would make a Void Ray, and then I'd do 6 Gate Glaives. That's
a thing. Yeah. I've died to that. Oh boy. Yeah, we haven't seen a Stargate opener yet from Eba, but he did kind of branch out a little bit last game. We did see him go for the Robo at least, so we'll see what his tech of choice is going to be once his Cybercore finishes up. For the time being, everything looking relatively normal. Oh.
He went core first.
He did go core first.
So I think he might be looking to just chrono out 2 Adepts really fast and see if he can put some pressure on and punish the bases being separated here.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely something you can do, especially when you force the unnatural natural. It's a great way to gain some early game control. The first Adept.
No.
Oh, the supply block.
Eva. He sinks half a chrono into a supply block.
He is going to be going for the Stalker first, so with this, he's going to be looking to, I imagine, not go for a Stargate opener, and there's that Twilight Council.
Yeah, there we go. Pulls 2 out of gas, gets that Twilight as well, so looks like maybe the core first, just a bit of a mistake, possibly some nerves here.
Possibly, as this gas setup is for another Glaive Adept opener. The question is, how many gates? 3, 4, or more?
Yeah, certainly. He has shown that he has variations of this build. It was 4-gate the last couple of times, but mixing in the DT was a really nice mix-up last time. And, there we go. SoulSpirit going to be coming in for that scout once again. The wall is not a wall, so we are going to be seeing the Twilight Council.
Yeah, we are, and even though the Ling is going to be cleaned up, it does confirm the gateway as well as the Twilight Council. He is fully aware that Glaive Adept is going to be coming his way, and I wonder what's running through SoulSpirit's head right now. I imagine this time he's going to be throwing down some safety spores just because of the DTs he faced earlier? Question mark.
If he was a Diamond Zerg, the only thing that running through his head would be Bane Bust, Bane Bust, Bane Bust. There's a pylon in the wall. Bane Bust, Bane Bust.
Go, puppy, go. True, this wall is not what you want to be seeing.
It's not allowed. Punish him. Bane Bust.
It's illegal, puppy. It's illegal. As once again, we do have a 4-gate setup from Eva. Now, whether or not he throws down the Dark Shrine after this, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this before. It's going to be 4-gate Glaives coming up against a very well-timed Roach Warren by SoulSpirit. SoulSpirit, again, going to be cutting drones at 39, so very appropriate time for such a committed build. And yeah, we're going to have to see if Eva wants to mix things up with the Dark Shrine once again, maybe just play it a bit more straight up and go for an early third. There's definitely options here.
There are options. For the time being, he hasn't thrown down any additional tech. He's going to be zooming across the map with his first wave of devs, but SoulSpirit already has Lings and Roaches on the way. He cuts drones at 39, much fewer than he did in that one game that he lost. He was a little bit greedier in that game, and now he has more than enough to keep up with these Shades and more than enough Queens to push back the Adepts.
Yeah, and this time we do see extra spores, so he is being very careful.
Yeah, this is going to eat into his economy, not going to lie. Losing these 3 spores and, 3 drones and forcing 3 spores is a pretty big commitment overall, but I'm sure SoulSpirit believes it is worth it after what happened last time.
Yeah, this is where I think Eba just throws down a faster third because I think he knows that SoulSpirit's going to have to get those spores. So I think it was definitely a very good choice to not go for DTs this time around. But we do see he's going to be going for that Robot Bay once again, and this time not without losing a lot of depth, but he loses the Prism.
No! I barely caught the end of it, but the Ravagers went for a flank and they piled down the Prism.
Yeah, this is the Raynor move. I don't know why I know that, but this is the thing that Raynor does, where he sends the 3 Ravagers around the back and goes for a bio.
This shouldn't be illegal. Oh my god, but yeah, the Adepts they weren't in position at all. There wasn't anything to support the Prism, and SoulSpirit just shut it down just like that.
Yeah, just like that. We're going to have those Warpins coming from home. Looks like Eva is going to replace that Prism, and that does eat into his Disruptor build time.
Yeah, first Disruptor is on the way. Meanwhile, we do see the Adepts once again threading a shade in towards the natural, but the Link count, the Ravager count is getting higher and higher. We have a lair on the way for that mobile detection. Just in
not
case
again.
We do require it. Oh my god. Oh. Calm down, puppy.
Yeah, okay. It's not going to happen again.
You sound so sure of yourself. I don't know. It better not happen
Please.
again.
Blaze. As we do see, that Link Scout is going to just have eyes on Eba getting his third. So SoulSpirit going to be, feeling a bit confident here that he can maybe go for a bit of counter pressure of his own or start to drone up. Looks like he's going to do both with those Lings headed across the map. And we do have, Blink and extra disruptors on the way for Eba. Looks like he's going to try to macro out of this one.
Yeah, we'll see if he can pull it off here as the Lings get a full surround on the third base, and this is going to be cancelled instantly. So great done there. Well done, sorry, by SoulSpirit. Meanwhile, that Prism is looking for that disruptor shot, but doesn't quite find one.
I know what you mean, and it must be very overwhelming to see Eba like this. I'm sure there's a lot of emotions going through your mind, so take your time, puppy.
Those emotions are gone at this point. It's over. I'm not the father.
We're dead inside.
Dead inside. I've lost my son. Let's see if we go. The first ever is going to be going off. Nice splits, though. Only gets a single Ravager.
Yeah, very good splits. And there we go. We are going to be trying to break down these rocks and get this counterattack going. I mean, for Eba this time, he has kept most of his Adepts alive, despite not getting that much damage. And, ooh, nice disruptor shot once again.
Yeah, beautifully done here. This time does connect with the Roach Ravager, but the rocks have gone down. SoulSpirit is going for a Link run by the wall's not a wall.
Yeah, the wall is not a wall once again, and he is going to be running on into that main. Nice quick pull from Eba. He's going to be keeping these units safe, but that brings everything back home, and we got to be careful here. Don't leave those disruptors exposed.
Yeah, exactly. SoulSpirit is looking for an opening to hit the third base, but Eba is ready for it. But despite that, 8 probes are going to be going down, and the Lings are still wreaking havoc in the main.
Yeah, that they are, and we're going to be seeing something a little bit different coming out from SoulSpirit. Ooh, big disruptor shot. Does take out a couple of those roaches. But yeah, for the first time, we're seeing SoulSpirit transition into more of his mid-game strategy, and we're going to be having Mutiling Bane.
Yeah, Spire is on the way. Oh my god, Nova's going to be going up. Does connect very nicely with those Lings, but is completely switching tech. As you were saying, we are going to get a little bit of a longer game as we are edging ourselves into the mid-game.
Yeah, so Eba actually having a pretty effective opening this time, and he is really in this one, so it'd be exciting to see what he can do in more of a macro game.
Yeah, we'll see how he does. As for the timing, SoulSpirit is just gaining control of his side of the map. He's taking a 4th base, and Nova's going to be going off, but SoulSpirit has eyes on this. He's able to avoid it for the time being. There is one more Nova available, but yeah, Eba is being forced back. Oh, Nova goes off!
Oh, huge Nova.
Oh.
I mean, Eba, he knows how to torture a Zerg. He knows what hurts him.
He knows what hurts Bappy, and disruptors are definitely something that hurts. And here we go. Eba is moving out across map with everything that he has. He has 5 disruptors with his army.
Yeah, that is a terrifying army, and this is a really awkward angle. It's so hard to get on top of this, but almost a little bit of friendly fire coming out from Eba. This shade threatening as well makes it really difficult and awkward to defend this, and he's just going to continue to zone out with his disruptors, and this is a very effective attack from Eba. Wow.
Oh, it really is. A couple of mutas get picked off. At the same time, we do have a little bit of a Ling run by, but it's not really doing too much across the map. The hatchery is going to go down. SoulSpirit is being very patient with this. He's trying to back up his army for one big push.
Yeah, nice dodges on the Novas there. He's going to be able to take down one of those disruptors, but can't really fully engage this army. Meanwhile, behind this across the map, his Muta's getting a lot of damage.
Yeah, here we go. Slow Banes are rolling on in as well. Novas are not really getting the connections that they need. The Banelings do connect on those Adepts.
Wow, yeah, great connections there from the slow Banes, and that means that he can reinforce this with Blings now.
Yeah, he can. Meanwhile, across the map, the Mutas are getting out of control. They've killed 27 probes across the map. They are eviscerating the economy of Eba. Meanwhile, the Adepts, again, all cleaned up, and it looks like Novas are going to be connecting, but we barely have an army remaining.
Yeah, massive Novas are going to at least secure the escape of most of those disruptors, but SoulSpirit, he smells blood. He knows how much damage he got with those Mutas. 32 probes have gone down, and he is not letting up the pressure.
He really isn't. The Mutas are coming in from behind as well. The last Nova is not going to be going off. The snipe is just a little bit too good. Disruptor shots are connecting here, and they are slowing down these roaches.
Yeah, some nice splits there from SoulSpirit. Does minimize the damage. It does help, of course, that we do. Do we have roach speed? How can you even tell?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yellow move speed. Mid's buffed.
They do have that move speed. Meanwhile, the mutas, for the most part, have been cleaned up, but not before killing 37 probes. You do see Eba trying to go for some counter damage. He does warp in a couple of glaive adepts into the main base of SoulSpirit, but he sees it in time. He is here to respond.
Yeah, I mean, we can see at full play the speed of Eba. He is a fast player, and he is able to juggle quite a lot of things happening at the same time, but there was just kind of that tech switch checkmate coming out from SoulSpirit where he recognized there wasn't that much anti-air, and it was a little bit greedy the way that Eba was pushing across the map, so just some veteran moves coming out from the Zerg.
Exactly. And with that, SoulSpirit's able to maintain his economic lead. He's remaxing, he's making another wave of mutas. He does at least force back the Prism, so now he doesn't have to worry about any kind of offensive warp-ins. And the mutas are getting into the natural once again. Recall is on cooldown. There's not even enough energy for it.
There's nothing for these mutas. There's no cannon battery or anything like that. Looks like Eba was just banking on the fact that SoulSpirit wouldn't remake these mutas, and with that, he is going to be taking the fight here. Maybe not the most efficient fight here for SoulSpirit.
Yeah, he opts to try and go toe-to-toe with these Blink Stalkers, which, I mean, he will win the fight, but it is going to cost him a lot of these mutas in the end. Does force him back as he rotates over towards the fresh mining base and finds a couple more of these probes, but he's going to lose more mutas.
Yeah, but I mean, behind this, he does have +2 attack on the way, making a good amount of lings, and he does have he's got an okay economy. It's not as good as I thought it would be, actually. Just 61 drones at the moment, but he's going to be topping that up and trying to extend his lead.
Oh, he's going to try and extend it here. I mean, the worker lead is what it needs to be, as he's actually rebuilding his mutas. He really wants to make this work, and he is finding probe damage once again at that fort.
Yeah, lovely stuff, and I think this does have the potential to start to snowball out of control, especially with Eba not wanting to commit too much static defense in his bases.
Yeah, exactly. These Stalkers are having a hard time at keeping up. They kind of do, though, and again, these are costly trades for SoulSpirit, but trades he can afford. You know, he has the better economy. He is building a ground army behind this as well. He's got a decent amount of Ling Roach. Ideally, I'm pretty sure he wants to force Eba to go all in and counterattack.
Yeah, and he catches out these adepts. It looks like they were looking to get a bit of a harassment done, but not going to be able to do too much against this flock of mutas. And with that, the Stalkers, they are pretty far out of position now. Looks like Eva might be able to, SoulSpirit might be able to rotate over into the main.
Yeah, exactly. The mutas, they go all the way into the main base, but there are Stalkers waiting for him. But the muta cloud is massive right now. We are up to, I say massive, 12 mutas. They're going to be able to take down at least a shield battery. We have a recall at the same time. The main army is hitting that fourth base. Never mind.
Yeah, the main arm actually going to be backing off. Maybe SoulSpirit realizing that he doesn't quite have the attention that he needs for this, but I don't think he knew just how few units there were here for Eva.
Yeah, there was an opportunity there for SoulSpirit. He doesn't go for it. He's still dancing between the bases with these mutas. The main army looking for an opening. The wall into the natural is not a wall, and the Lings are going to be able to flood straight in. Oh.
Yeah, there we go. It has been the story of this match between these two players, that wall not being a wall. The Ling's going to be charging straight on in, and they're going to get on top of the Stalkers as well. This could be the beginning of the end for Eba. He is going to trap a lot of these roaches down to the south, but the Baneling waddle by on the third.
Oh, the Banelings waddle on in. They take down the third mineral line. Mutas are in the fourth. Lings are in the main, and Roaches in the natural. GG gets called, and SoulSpirit takes the series 3-1.
GG. But, Eba shakes off the nerds of the first game and shows us what his Protoss can do, and I think it's at a pretty good level. That really wasn't bad at all, and that was a solid last game.
Yeah, I would have to agree there. I mean, Eva's Protoss wasn't too bad whatsoever. It's very comparable to some of these other, around 6K European players. But alas, it wasn't enough to overcome the power, the skill that is, the experience that is SoulSpirit. And he's going to be moving forward in towards the semifinals, where he's going to be facing Fighting Frog in the next round. But yeah, I can at least now say that I've casted Eva's off race, and I'm gonna have to talk to him after this. I'm gonna have to sit him down and figure out what the hell he's doing with his life. Playing Protoss, shaking my head. I was looking forward to a ZVZ. So I wonder if this is the beginning. Is Eba gonna make the full switch, or is he just flirting with the idea? Is he just having fun? I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, late.
Smurge, Poppy, smurge. Ugh. All right. Well, again, with that, congratulations to all the players that did advance on today. You know, SoulSpirit, as well as Shameless, and as well as Nicaract, as we will be casting the semifinals in the coming weeks of the EU Ascension League. Again, !B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket overall. If you want to look at the tournament format, it is basically a GSL, or an older, I guess, an older GSL format for some of these up-and-coming European players.
Yeah, so it has just been pretty great showcase for all these players as well.
It really has. And with that, we are done here for this broadcast. We're going to be going on a short break. When we return, World Team League has one qualifying match left. Starlight Twinkle is going to be going up against Mickey Mouse Clubhouse in the final qualifying match for Code A of WTL, and we are going to be casting that.
Yeah, there we go. It's going to be the last qualifying match. It's a really exciting one. All of these qualifying matches to get into Code A have come down to this last match, and I'm excited for it. I think Mickey Mouse Clubhouse can take home the pizza. I'm cheering for him, puppy. We're going biased.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. Well, we'll get into it after this break. Again, don't go anywhere. World Team League is coming up next in around 5 or so minutes. See you then.
Oh.